Hey guys, and welcome to Toyfeld. Today's show is going to be very special. We have on Bruce, who is a Lego Star Wars army builder, and he is striving to get the biggest army in the world. You have to wait until the end to hear how many troops he has right here, right now. But let me just tell you, it is a big number, and this guy's story is amazing. So stay tuned. Welcome to Toyfeld, the toy show about nothing and everything. If you're like me and you collect way too much stuff, then you've come to the right place. Here we're going to talk about toys from new to retro, all things Lego 1/6 scale, movies, cosplay, camera gear, sneakers, and much more. The list goes on. How did you get into, just for people who don't know you, you're a Lego army builder and Star Wars to be specific, but I wanted to know, how did you actually get into it? What made you go, okay, I'm gonna start building a Lego Star Wars army? How did you get there?
Let's start with, I'll give you some background. So like when I was a kid, I always loved army stuff. But like growing in Hong Kong or Asia, people knows Gundam. I don't know if you know them.
Yes, yeah.
Like the shooting robot.
Like Robotech.
Back then we always have like $5 or like 5 Hong Kong, which is like a dollar Australian dollar to get those mini sort of like a minifigure, but like a robot type.
Yes.
So I collect them and start building like small army, like 20 to 30 of them.
Yeah.
And then I stopped it in like mid school. I came to Australia. I realized I have a lot more space in my room.
Yeah.
To do crazy stuff.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
like I actually tripled the size of my room and my desk.
Yeah.
So I realized, let's put something there to play with. The first Lego box I picked up is from a Target, a clone trooper set with like a turbo tank, 2 droid, and 2 clone.
Yeah.
That is where I started.
I know the one, yeah.
Yeah, the 2009 version. That was actually a really cool set where 2 clone trooper actually got a jetpack. And that is where I actually get started with the whole Lego Star Wars things.
Yes.
It wasn't too serious back then because like I was a student, didn't lot much money, and then we'll just pick up sets as I go. I think like the whole army stuff probably really started on my 21st birthday. So on my 21st birthday, I asked everyone to buy me the same box of Lego for my birthday present for my birthday party.
What box was that? Was that the 4-pack clone pack?
No, that was I think that was 2012 or 13. One clone was a lieutenant, one clone was a normal clone, and 2 like droid.
Yes, yeah.
That should be 75000.
I think I remember the pack. Yeah. So it wasn't it wasn't the 4 clone pack. It was
wasn't.
No.
I'm
okay.
actually really regret. I didn't get that much 4 clone pack back then.
Yeah.
I wish I get a lot more. Seriously. Anyway, so like that was so over the course of 2009 and 2012, I have my first like 100 clone trooper from the Clone War.
Yeah.
Then in 2012, 13, after my 21st birthday, my second army comes.
Yeah.
Which is the Phase 1 Episode 2. Phase 1 Episode 2 clone trooper.
Yes.
There's the second army, but there's only like 200 troopers.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. Until 2014, where my graduation came.
Yeah.
My uni graduation, my parents just chucked me money, say, you finish uni, here's your reward for money. I don't know what to get you. I know you love Lego.
Go buy clone troopers.
Go buy clone troopers. In 2014, I actually bought that year actually released 2 really cool clone battle pack.
Yeah.
One is the 41st. No, is it 41st? Yeah. The 41st battle pack, which is the greenish one. I don't know how to pronounce the place. Kashar.
Yeah.
That one. The second one is the 212.
Yes.
battalion, the orange one that fights with Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, I know
in
the
episode.
one. Yeah.
Yeah. So one if Yoda, one if Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
Those two battle pack, I got 30 battle pack of them, and that is where the game really started.
So when was that? 2014.
14, end of 2014.
Yeah.
So that was adding to Clone Army there, and then along that way, the Mandalorian battle pack, I have like 20 of them. So I have another 100. So adding up around that time, my army would be around 500.
Yes, yeah. And then you started, that give you the bug, did it?
Yeah, and that was sort of like the starting point.
Yes.
2015, I have to. Unfortunately, I moved back to Hong Kong. I sold my car.
Yeah.
That's where Felix big money there.
Yeah.
And those money, and also like I finished uni, I got a full-time job. Luckily, pretty good pay, so I'm able to get like straight up that goal was a 250 battle pack of the 4 Stormtrooper from the Rebel series.
So 250 battle packs of that, and that's a great set, because that's one of the ones that come with the 4 Stormtroopers.
Yeah.
And they hadn't done a 4 Stormtrooper. Yeah, they hadn't done a 4 Stormtrooper on their own battle pack for like 10 years.
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah, I don't think I've ever.
I think there was that first. They did a first box, and it goes for way too much money.
One black pilot with 3 Stormtrooper.
It might be. Yeah, it might be. Yeah.
That was 2007 where they go release with the Rebel Scout Trooper.
Yeah.
That was the pack that ever released the Stormtrooper. Back then, my Stormtrooper army is super small.
Yeah.
Because they haven't done.
They hadn't brought them out. Yeah, and it's strange because they spend. I mean, well, they know what they're doing. They're smarter than they're pretty smart old Lego. But when they brought out that Stormtrooper pack, I was like you. I was thinking, am I going to buy a heap? And I think I've got about 5 or 6 of them. I didn't go too crazy, but it was because they were from the Star Wars Rebels that I didn't go too hard. They weren't actually. They still haven't brought out another battle pack, because the Stormtroopers look a little bit different from the original trilogy, don't they? Mm-hmm. The striping and things are a little bit different. So my head said to me, "Oh, don't buy too many. They're not original trilogy Stormtroopers." But I still bought a few because I knew that it wasn't going to come around again. So you bought 250 then. So what year was that? That was about 2015, 16, was it?
2015, end of 2015.
Yeah, right.
So what I did was, beginning, I sold my car. I'm going to leave Australia anyway. So I was like, screw this. Like, the weekend before I leave Australia, I actually went to the Sunshine Coast. There's a Sunshine Coast exhibition with the whole Kilted group.
Yep.
Back then, there was 400 rupees. And then, boom, end of 2015, the whole sort of like my Imperial Stormtrooper army was 1,000.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Because 250 back boxes times 4.
Yep.
1,000 troopers. And that was my first sort of like milestone in army building. And then I think that is where actually the whole world going crazy with army building.
Yes.
I know the Clone Trooper was a big thing back in 2009, but sort of like cooled off after 2011 and didn't get picked up until 2014-15.
Yeah, see, because you're the only person that I know now that still is doing the army build thing. Just like you were saying, it was huge when the Clone Wars were out, and everyone was doing clone armies, and everyone you could just type clone army up on YouTube. I mean, you'll find them all now still, but they were current. And then now those guys aren't doing that anymore. Not that I know of. The only person I know of that's still building an army is you. Yeah,
I feel like there's a lot more people out there, but it's not like as promoting as I am.
Yes, yeah.
And like I think like the whole used to be really big, the Solar Brick YouTube channel.
Yes.
Where they like combine all like army together, make it like one of the largest clone army on YouTube, and like it get like million hit with like whatever advertising. That was the one. That was the one that I know back then.
I think he had, what was it? It was 2000 and he had an army video each year that he was bringing out, and each year it was getting bigger and bigger. And I mean, you look back at them now and they've got millions of views, but then they've stopped because now he builds all the mocks and things. They
changed it to mock building.
Yeah.
So like I think that is where they started, and then I pick it up.
Yeah.
Anyway. So, like, moving forward with the timeline, 2015 was a great year. My army go up to, like, 1,600 for the whole army. And then, things like, I work hard, get more money, I plan it properly. I think the biggest thing, like, always say is, like, yes, you have the money, but, okay, I'm an ordinary guy.
Yep.
I don't come from a rich family, but planning and budgeting is where the key.
Yeah,
I can go in that later. So 2016. Is it 2016? Yeah, 2016 is where the first order came in.
Yes. Yep.
Yes. 2015, the end of 2015, The Force Awakens.
Yeah, Force Awakens.
Movie came out. Yeah. Then you go in the 75132, the battle pack. That battle pack was shitty.
Yeah.
Can I swear?
Yeah.
Okay. 2 Stormtrooper, 1 ordinary, 1 is heavy assault.
Yes.
And 2 officer.
Yes, I know.
I was like, are you serious?
Kidding? Yeah, you kidding? I know, and you bought so many as well.
I have to, because I really want the Stormtrooper.
Yes.
Like, that is the only way.
I will tell you, I have not bought one Force Awakens Lego set. I haven't bought any of the new trilogy, or the new series of Lego sets. I have bought Star Wars Lego, but just nothing from the new series. I kind of tried to pool myself around the original trilogy, because otherwise, like you were saying, you spend too much money, and my budget was just thinking, let's just stick with the original trilogy, because that's what I grew up on. That's what I like. But yeah, so I've never bought anything from The Force Awakens or the new series. And I saw you buying all those battle packs, and I thought, oh man, at least give him 4 troopers instead of the officers. You know?
Yeah, I feel like that's fair enough. Like, and then it's good things like that year I still get 250 battle packs. This is like a minimum goal right now.
Yes.
Like as an army build. After assessing my financial ability, I can do it.
Yep.
Also planning with how I progress with my career, I can support that. So it will be ongoing progress.
Yeah.
So 2016 was 75132.
Yep.
And then of course, in the middle, you sort of brickling a bit, and then buy some old clone, etc. to make up different army. But the biggest thing was the whole First Order army. What is 2016 battle pack? I actually couldn't think of anything. So you have the First Order.
Yes.
You have a Bounty Hunter, isn't it?
Yes, the Bounty Hunter pack. Yeah, that's a good pack.
What is it? What is the other 2? You should have 4. The Senate? Is the Senate coming from that year? The blue Senate battle pack. Senate Commando.
And
the Senate Commando and Geodos.
There's heaps of rebel ones, but that's not what you like.
The Resistant.
There's heaps of Resistant packs, but you went down the Resistant route for a little bit, didn't you?
No, I only get 25.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's still a decent amount.
25, 150, there's a huge gap there. So.
Yeah, there is, yeah.
I think majority will go with 25. It's 100 troopers. Yeah. So I think that is a good ratio for army builder. And then working my way down, so fast forward, 2017 was a great year. They actually changed their strategy. The LEGO themselves changed their strategy. They usually release 4 battle pack at one go.
Yep.
They changed it to release 2 battle pack at the beginning of the year and 2 battle pack in the middle of the year.
What do they normally bring out 4 straight up?
Yeah, they usually bring out 4 straight up. Starting from 2007, they bring out 2-2.
I always thought it was 2-2, and then I always thought they brought out the Empire and Rebels, and then they would bring out Empire and Rebels, like split each year. Or do they bring out all 4 at once usually?
Yeah, it didn't happen in 2007, and it didn't happen this year.
No. Yeah. Okay.
So 2017 was actually a really great year for army building.
Yep.
Okay. The beginning of the year, one of my favorite Star Wars movie, Rogue One. I don't know, like, I have to say, I know people will talk about either Rogue One or Empire Strikes Back is better.
Yeah.
Another episode for you to go down with.
Yeah.
But like personally, like talking about like I would go for Rogue One, given it is a 2017 technology.
Yes.
With all the cross reference, like a ghost.
Don't worry, mate. I love Rogue One.
Yeah.
It's 4th on my list with the original trilogy. Yeah, so I have the original trilogy, then Rogue One, then I go solo.
Yeah. So like Rogue One is so cool. So the battle pack is actually amazing. 2 Stormtrooper with 2 Death Trooper.
Yes. That is a good pack.
That was a good pack.
Yeah.
And the 4 Rebel guy. And that Rebel battle pack is actually really good, really cool, I think, because like it gives me variety of troopers, and it's really raw and like so ground battle type of like troopers.
Yeah, yeah.
So that battle pack, those 2 battle pack I really enjoy. I get 50 each.
Yeah.
Of them to start with because they like the Lego just split, not doing 4 battle pack anymore. In the middle of the year, they finally released a battle pack, 75166, a first order battle pack, with 2 regular Stormtrooper, 1 Flame Trooper, and Officer.
Yes.
They can't just get it right for Stormtrooper in 1 battle pack, seriously?
Yeah, well, I actually thought with the Rogue One, although I liked the 2 Stormtroopers, 2 Death Troopers, I thought it would have been better ratio if it had been 3 Stormtroopers, 1 Death Trooper. Because you don't see that many Death Troopers, so that if you were to buy, like whatever you bought 100, then you get 30 Death Troopers and 70 or whatever. Or sorry, if you bought 10, you'd get 70 Stormtroopers and 30 Death Troopers kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. So like the whole ratio just level work out. You have to work out yourself, basically.
Or sell some.
Yeah, I gave up on that. Like this year, I really gave up on that. 2017, the 75166, I think I got 250 of them.
Yeah.
That make up my first order army to be like close to 2,000 troopers.
Yeah.
Which is actually still like the largest army within my whole army was the first order.
First order, yeah.
So go with first order, Imperial, and Clone Army. The last one would be the Rebel and the Resistance.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
And then the 2018, I would say average year, not too bad. So you go with 75197, which is the Executioner battle pack, where you get 2 Executioner, 1 officer. No, is it 2 officer? Yeah. 1 pilot, 1 shuttle pilot, and 1 officer. Do you know 4 troopers in 1 battle pack? That's what.
And is there anything coming up as far as any little spoilers for any new battle packs coming out?
Yeah, I already read all of them. Do you know the Battalion Guard? Is it that is what? Battalion Guard? Battalion Royal Guard from the episode 8 where they fight with Kylo Ren and Rey.
Yes.
3 Battalion... I can't pronounce that word. The Red Guard with 1 Stormtrooper. That is the first battle pack. The second battle pack, actually, I think they did it really well. It's the Infernal Squad from the Battlefront 2.
Oh, okay. And that's the new ones that are coming out, is it?
Yeah, next year, 2019.
I'm just trying to search them up now, 2019, so I can see.
I can send you the photos later.
Okay. So is it actually what's it called? Has Lego actually said that yes, that this is what's coming out, or is it just leaked?
just leak.
Rumours,
But
okay.
I've seen the leak fix at In's Point.
Yeah, okay.
So, like, I'm pretty sure it's actually confirmed.
Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, I see. So you get two clones and two of, yeah. Well, let's hope so, because that's not a bad little pack. But again, what are you going to do with so many of Kyla? What's it called? Snoke's. What are you going to do with so many of Snoke's guards? The red guards.
I actually want to build just a little bit of backstory. This year, Executioner Battle Pack, people always ask me, they're only on screen on episode 8 for 10 seconds, two trooper, why would you do an army? I got 200 Battle Pack of those.
Yes.
Okay. I was like, who cares? I like it. They're cool. And maybe they have a lot more in the First Order, like in a Starkiller base.
Oh, I hope so.
Know. Yeah. Even they blow up the Starkiller base. But then, so the guard, I'm actually planning to get 50 boxes of them.
Yeah, right.
Because there's no point getting another 25 Inferno Squad. Like, Inferno Squad, I think that's the maximum number I would go for is 10 pack. That's it.
Yeah.
And then, so, earlier this year, I have nothing to buy, to be honest.
Well, then you can start searching for stuff on Bricklink and whatnot.
Actually, a lot of fans with buying back, because buying back is not a wise financial choice for army building.
You mean buying from a Bricklink or something like that?
Yeah, like buying the old troopers.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's not my style. I know that old stuff is cool.
Yes.
But then they just cost way too much.
Yeah, because they'll want $5+ per trooper, won't they?
Yeah, think one Phase 2 505 Clone Trooper.
Yeah.
Worth a battle pack. One trooper is worth a battle pack.
The blue one?
Yeah, the blue one. The blue 505.
I've got quite a few boxes of those blue battle packs.
Yeah, those not the blue bat, not the Senate one though. The 505.
No. The 501st Trooper, it comes with the little AT-AT, and you get two troopers with it, with a Yoda.
Yeah. That trooper alone worth a battle pack.
Wow. But that's because it's a cool trooper.
Yeah, it's a single trooper.
Yeah.
And it cost me 4 ordinary trooper.
Yes.
So for an army builder, that doesn't I know they're cool. I have 30 of them. I want more.
Yeah, they are awesome. I bought about, what did I buy? 8 of those. I bought 8 of the Walker packs. Mm-hmm. But I only opened up about 2, so yeah, I've only got about 15 or so of the troopers. But if I was to open them, I've kept them still in the packets and just... I bought a heap because I thought it'd be cool to have a little Walker army, but it got the better of me. I opened up a couple. I thought it's too much money.
Sold them. Sold them.
I have been selling them, yeah.
And this year, Han Solo Battle Pack is actually a really cool battle pack, to be honest. We don't get, do you know the Han Solo Battle Pack?
Yeah, is that the one that's going to come with a Mud Trooper?
No, the one that I have two patrol stormtrooper, one officer, and one sort of a pilot-ish guy, ish lady, actually.
So that's this year's, is it? 2008?
Yeah.
Let me have a look. 2008.
207, 75207. That was the number. 75207.
75207.
Han Solo Battle Pack.
I saw somewhere that oh yeah, I know the one. Again, like you said, cool battle pack, but what are you going to do with the Death Star gunner and then the bloody officer?
I don't know. Army building, Jeff, he actually influenced a lot about me having officer in my army.
Yes.
So officer is actually expensive in general.
Oh, to buy singly.
Yeah, because you don't get them a lot from different sets.
Yes.
Even so, older set has a lot, but then newer set, you see less and less. And it is what makes it special. It is an Imperial officer. It's not a First Order officer.
Yeah, right.
Imperial Officer, the last scene I remember that you can get really cheap is the Battlefront battle pack where you get 2 stormtrooper, 1 shock stormtrooper, and 1 officer.
Yes.
That was a cool pack, but then that officer doesn't have a rank on his torso. And this one is actually have like the proper ranking on his chest.
Okay. Well, I mean, it will look good in the army because you want. I mean,
absolutely.
like when you see them all lined up in the Death Star or in a Star Destroyer, they always have officers all at the front.
Exactly.
So it definitely makes sense for an army. But it's just we all love our troopers. Do you think they'll do a solo battle pack where we get some mud troopers?
Look, I don't think so.
Because that would be cool. So where do you get a mud trooper from? What you can only get it from a set, can't you?
Yeah, the TIE fighter set, is it? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, right.
The TIE fighter set. I only get 1. So for those type of troopers, I don't go dive in with 100 of them.
Yes.
Because 100 of mud trooper means it costs me 100 battle pack.
Yeah, I know.
Which doesn't make sense.
And I assume they sell for a fair bit of money on like a Bricklink or something like that.
Yeah. So I got 10 the range trooper.
Yes.
From the Han Solo scene where they are on the train.
Yeah.
And the trooper was shooting them.
Yeah, with the big boots.
Yeah. I got 10 of them because someone in Innspoint is selling pretty decent price. But that's it.
So that basically brings us up to where we are now, and at the end, I want to know how many you've got because you obviously know what your number is. But at the end, we'll leave that to the end. But
okay.
Can you tell me? So you save up, so you don't think that it's good to go to like a Bricklink or anything like that? Like, what's your process of actually going and finding all these battle packs? Do you wait till there's a sale? Do you lay by them all? Or how do you go about getting such a high quantity?
Okay, that's reason. That is actually a frequent ask to my Instagram page.
Okay, yeah.
I have to official answer anyway.
You should just write it down in your notes and then just copy paste it back to them.
I do.
This is how.
How do you buy it? How do you plan it?
Yeah.
And where do you buy it?
Yes.
First question is that you have to know your Lego market.
Yep.
So I live in Australia. I live in Hong Kong. Hong Kong does have an advantage of Lego market. The reason why is that we rely on so much on entrepreneur small store that who get stock from Lego supply in Hong Kong and then sell it.
Yep.
By doing so, I'm able to negotiate with the store manager, which is literally a tiny corner store like your local bakery.
Yes.
with one store owner. It doesn't even have an employee there. So I can definitely directly talk to the store owner and say, I want this amount of battle pack.
Yep.
What discount can you give me?
Yep.
So if you ever come to Hong Kong, I want to show you Innspoint because their price is usually 30% off from the official price, so RRP.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, so Battle Pack is selling 140 Hong Kong dollars, around 20-ish Australian dollar.
Yeah, I think they're 22 here to 25 at the moment.
But in Hong Kong, I'm able to get up to from 140, I can drop up to 100 Hong Kong dollars.
Okay.
Which is around 15 Australian dollar.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So when you scale up, sometimes I can even I'm going for 50 boxes at one go. Can you drop to $95?
Yes.
So around 14 Australian dollar. That actually gives me if you times that 50, you save her $50.
Yeah. Get yourself another half battle pack.
Yeah, exactly. This is how like I do, like because I deal with the manager directly, like the store manager directly, for advice for people living in Australia. Um, Unfortunately, you have to know your deal. So deal usually come with like Easter, Christmas, school holiday, where they do 20% off for all Lego,
Yep.
and that is where you go crazy.
Lay by them
Um,
all.
yeah, and know your store, where they are, what time they open, what is the shortest route you can go to all store within a day.
Yep.
So I used to live in a North Grand Brisbane. The store I would go to, like, is like the Chermside one, the Brookside one, all the little store in between. Like I know where is the Target, where is the Woolies, where is the like Maya, David Jones, where they all do 20. As long as one store do 20%, rest of will do 20%.
Yeah, well, they usually will match then too, won't they?
Yeah, exactly. They usually have price match.
Yep.
So, and then you go crazy from there.
Yep. Yeah.
Because I am in Hong Kong, I'm able to consistently keep up with 25 boxes per month, and keep at the price at 15 Australian dollar. Give you a better idea.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Then this not done yet. From there, you have all the loose bricks,
Yes.
like all the like pieces like vehicle and stuff. I'm not able to store them because my room is tiny.
Yep.
So I have to sell them, unfortunately. If not, I would rather save it and build stuff.
Yep.
For those ones, I actually put 25 vehicle unbuilt in a like a Ziploc and sell them as one go.
Ah,
So
okay.
get connection with your local group. So like in Hong Kong, I know a couple of groups. I put up online and sell them.
Yes.
So I'm able to get around, like after I sell them and do out all the costs, per trooper is around 20 Hong Kong dollars,
Yep.
which is less than 3 Australian dollar per troopers.
Well, that's not bad.
Yeah.
If
that is how
if you get in at under $5 a trooper, I think you're doing well.
So like this is like how you keep running. Like it's like a business-ish, financial planning-ish stuff.
Yeah.
So I always think about how you can go lower the cost and then how you can sell higher, etc.
Yeah.
But like that is how I build army. And I have sometimes Hong Kong have a trend that they like people buy stuff from the States and sell it back to Hong Kong. I know 2 suppliers that actually can drop the battle pack price even lower.
Yeah, wow.
So I don't know how they do it, but they're all real Lego, real battle pack. That's fine. So I'm able to drop them even a lot lower, up to like I have done one is where it's 12 Australian dollar per battle pack.
Wow. That's a good price. Especially
So I
when you
think
buy in big quantity.
the second place to buy apart from battle pack is Bricklink.
Yep.
I don't hate Bricklink. I don't hate Bricklink. My recent 50 Chrome Trooper is from Bricklink.
Yep.
The only reason that I sort of like not going for Bricklink is the shipping cost.
Yep.
Because I don't see it is like, unless you buy a lot or unless your trooper is really hard to find, like battle pack is always the cheapest way to build army.
Yes, yeah. And
Yes.
and then yeah, so I always thought at least you're selling the parts from the battle packs. That's a good way to get rid of those, because I do see on eBay sometimes you'll see troops selling as their own, and then you'll see someone selling the actual you'll see someone selling the actual ship or whatever you get with the trooper pack as a separate thing, same as what you do, which is a good idea. A question that I wanted to ask, which is a personal question, I wanted to say, what keeps you motivated? What keeps you motivated to continue building this army? Because I know myself, I'm a pretty motivated person, but I have quite a lot of hobbies that I spend a lot of time with, and I tend to find that my motivation might change to another hobby for quite a long time, and I might, like at the moment, I've moved house and I don't have a Lego room. So I haven't built any Lego in about 6 months. Doesn't mean I don't like Lego. It just means I'm not able to build any, or there's no point for me to buy any because I've got nowhere to put it. So I actually haven't bought any Lego sets for about 6 months. So my question to you was, what keeps you motivated to do what you're doing, like build the biggest army in the world? What's
two motivation. The first, like for all the religious out there, I may offend you. I want to beat the God.
Yep.
2008, the world record is a 35,310 Clone Trooper. The world record made by Lego.
Yes.
That is the record. If your definition of God is where they create stuff.
Yes.
Lego company create.
Yep. I know what you're saying.
They're the God in Lego. Okay.
Yeah.
If I beat that record, I beat the God.
Yeah. You're number one.
That's it. Yeah. That is number one. So the biggest army on earth.
Yeah.
The second, I think, is more like the identity and where I want to participate in the Lego community. There's lots of cool mock builder out there. I'm not a creative person. I'm more a strategic person rather than a creative person.
Yeah.
I don't have the space to store all the bricks. That is another problem. I do have, like, same as you, I have lots of hobbies. I do like photography. I teach skate. I still dance. I go running. Full-time work. But then, like, building army is like part of the identity.
Yes. Yeah.
And also the way that I find I can different from other Lego, AFO, or like identity that to myself. I think, like, okay, are you a Lego collector or are you a Lego builder? I was like, no, I'm a Lego army builder.
That's right. Yeah. Cool.
It's a very specific terms and very specific things you do in Lego. So people was like, oh, you just throw money at it. I was like, after you hear my story on how you throw money at it, or how you take time or look through the detail of each battle pack, evaluate them, find a way to, throw in all the cool business work. It's like, it is not just throw money and build art.
No.
It actually was a lot more thought process.
Yeah, no, and
so I think that is the true motivation.
That's really cool. That's really cool to hear. And so, like, if you're, say, searching on Instagram or something like that, do you ever get, like, the itch to think, is there guys out there that you can get motivation from that build armies as well, or are you the motivation for them? Are you on top at the moment, or is there someone that, I know Lego's God, but is there anyone else that's chipping near you that's keeping you thinking, well, hang on a second, I can't let these guys beat me. I've got to keep buying and building this army.
Oh, I think, like, I would say I'm the top 10.
Yes.
Top 10 army builder out there. One weakness of my army is I don't have vehicle. Like, I don't have, like, a lot of vehicles.
Yes.
It's just the way I just don't have the space to store it. Like,
so if you see an army and they've got a good sized troop army and then they have a stack of vehicles as well, does that then make you think, this is a bit of a potential?
Oh yeah. I know there's a guy in the States that has, like, he bought like 10 Star Destroyer, the first order Star Destroyer, a couple of the Walker, and then like at least like 12 of the TIE Fighter.
Yes.
And with a 1,500 first order army. I know if he hear it, he knows I'm talking about him.
Yep.
Like, there's always someone better than you.
Yeah.
I think, like, yes, my army have that weakness, but I'm outnumbered. Like first order, I'm at 3,000 plus troops.
Yeah.
Like, that is my limitation, that I don't have space to store. That's fine. Just do what you can within your resources and within your power.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with my army. We'll keep growing. It's always like part of, as before I hit the magic number of the world record, it will never stop. regardless what other people are doing out there.
That's really cool, man. I remember when I spoke with you in person, and we were talking about that, because I was talking to you about because I had a little castle going, and I was thinking about building a big castle army. But again, they don't bring out any battle packs, so it is not only is it like it's a money game, but you can't find them. Like, you can't even find. I thought to myself for a while, I wonder if I built an army of knights on horses, and then they have to have the cows on the horses. You know, the like the cow, but then of course the cow wants to all match. And if you go on Bricklink and you look up like the last castle set that came out, which I think was in 2012, which is the Lion King's castle set, there'd be 20 of those cows on all of Bricklink worldwide, and 20 horses on. So then I was like, well, there goes that dream. I was thinking how cool it would be to have like 200 horses with these cows all on up. So then I thought to myself, well, I wonder if I had all different cows. But then just, you know, it wouldn't look the same. No, it wouldn't be as good. So yeah, I never went with that way. But if they ever do bring out another castle battle pack, be sure that I'd be buying a damn lot of them. I'm not stopping this time.
The whole castle thing, like, I know in Hong Kong there's 2 army builder that I know.
Yes.
One is like called the War.
Yeah.
So the War, I can give you the link after. He has this, I would say, second largest army in Hong Kong, but like his army was castle.
Yeah.
I would say I'm the biggest Star Wars army in Hong Kong. His army was like 3,000 troopers around all castle.
So
he has been collecting for so long.
Okay, so he's just got knights from all years. Yeah, see,
you would love it. I'm gonna say it to you, you will love it.
Yeah, well, you'll have to send me the link when we finish. That's for sure. 2 more questions and then we'll wrap up, because I know you've got to head off. Your setup process. When you go to set up the army, is there a specific way that you like to do it? Is there specific spacing that, let's just say there's a guy out there that has 50 troopers and he wants to set them up in like a good way? What's the best way you find to set them up?
2 ways. I would say 2 ways. That is, apart from lining them one by one like usually people do.
Yep.
I do it by squad. That is the first way.
Yep.
So my squad is always 5 by 5, 25 troopers per squad.
Yes.
And then usually if 50 troopers, you have 2 squad, 1 commander.
Yeah, okay.
1 commander. That is the basic way. And then you shoot it from the Y angle on the left or Y angle on the right and going in.
Yeah.
That is how you take a good army photo.
Good picture,
the second one is, I don't know what you call, like how I call it diamond.
Yep.
So you put 2 troopers 2 stand apart and 2 stand up ahead. And then the second row, the troopers will be stay in between the first row.
Yes. Yeah. So that there's no clear, distinct lines through them.
Yeah, but then you can see every single trooper.
Yeah, you can see. I don't think I've ever seen one set up that way. I always seem to see them set up in like you said, 5 by 5, say for instance, and then so your little minifigure takes up 2 pegs, and then do you leave 2 pegs in between and then put him, or do you leave 3?
You do 2. Always 2.
So 2 pegs, and then what about the guy behind? 2 in between also there
2.
as well?
2.
Okay, so it all works on 2s. And what about when they've got big backpacks and things like that? Because then they seem to... The backpack takes up like almost another set of pegs, and then the other trooper's face feels like he's right next to it. Do you ever get that problem?
Yes. If you go back to one of my old Facebook page, with one of the largest army photos that I put out was like I don't know, like all the troopers actually by the diamond shape, and the flame trooper actually have this problem.
Yes.
Where they have a huge pack. So I haven't found a way to get around it it's still by 2x2. If I don't do 2x2, it will screw up the whole display.
Yeah. What about 2x2 at the front? What about by 3 at the back to give them a bit of space? Or does that
give them a
look
bit
right?
of space, but it doesn't look good because the rest of the troopers are by 2.
That's right. Yeah.
So what I did there was I actually move around the guns and the hands.
Yep.
To be like by 2, so that like it can sort of like squashing.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I always thought I'd ask because I've only ever seen. And do you? I know that the big thing is to put like the main guys at the front. Do you have some favourite main guys that you like to put up the front, like Vader or an Emperor, or will you have squad leaders? Say for your Imperial Army, will you have like a Vader at the front of your Imperial Army, and then your First Order Army, will you have say like a Kylo Ren or something like that?
I do. I do have like not necessarily a favorite type of like a character in front. More on I do have like my own minifigure in the army.
Okay.
So I have like
your own custom Bruce minifigure, is it?
Custom Bruce minifigures.
Yeah, wow.
Like it will be Vader and I'll put myself next to it.
Yeah, okay, cool.
So I'm like what makes the army thing so fun is that like I'm the ultimate guy who owns this army. That minifigure is the ultimate commander of the whole army.
Yeah. So
and then you break it in different areas. So like Clone Trooper, First Order, Imperial. So it depends what year. If I ever go like, do you remember you came to Gold Coast one? For the army that I put up, I think I bring Vader with me. Put it there.
I think so. Yeah, I think you had Vader at the front.
Yeah, I have Vader in the front. Because there's too epic. You cannot. If you have an Imperial Army, please put a Vader there.
Yeah. You have to.
Yeah,
you could have Vader. You could have Vader, Emperor, and a couple of Royal Guards, maybe.
Yeah, I think that is the tradition. Like, I don't know. Like it's sort of like tradition. Like which you have Santa for your Christmas.
Yep.
So you have like Easter egg for your Easter. I think you need a Vader.
Yeah, for your
at least a Vader. You don't need others. At least a Vader.
Yeah, he's got to lead the pack.
Your Stormtrooper army.
Yeah. I agree. Final question and the big one. How many troops have you got in your army right now?
Unfortunately, I don't have the exact number because I have been growing since the last time I actually count individually.
Yeah.
But the estimated number at the moment is 7,400 troopers.
7,400 troops. Wow, that's amazing, dude. That's awesome. So, well, only another 23,000 to go, I suppose, to keep up with Playover.
It's not far. But like, it's actually, think about it this way: it's 1/5 away.
Yeah, man, I think speaking with you and thanks so much for coming on. And when I spoke with you in person, I thought it was awesome. Just speaking to you about the army, but it was more the way that the reason why you did it. That's why I thought it'd be cool to jump on this podcast and share your story with other people. I think that's really cool. Do you want to? We'll wrap up and do you want to tell everyone where they could probably find you? Instagram or Facebook or YouTube.
Oh yeah, I think like I have 3 platforms. One is Instagram, Bruce_Swift.
Yes,
this is my army name. And then YouTube, I think is also called Bruce Swift. On Facebook is Galactic B Swift Army. It's a Facebook page.
Yep.
The last one is actually I do have a Lego Star Wars Army group where you just need to answer a few questions and then you can get in.
Oh, like a Facebook group?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
The Facebook group. I can get you there. The Facebook group is actually like I want to get all the army people around the world. Yes. And just talk about
armies. Just talk armies, talk battle packs. Yeah. Very cool,
battle
man.
Pack, what's good, what's bad, and then how you build army, etc.
Very cool, man. I'll put all the links in the description for anyone who wants to check out Bruce's page, but you've got like 10k followers on Instagram and you've got 7,500 troops in your army. Yeah. A quick question before we go, but I mean, when I stop it, you can stay on, but do you keep your army set up? or do you pack it
No.
away? How much of the army do you keep set up? Any of it?
I don't keep, like, there's no way I could set up all the time. I do it every week by different squad, different company.
Okay, cool.
So recently, my favorite, what I just set up is the Clone Trooper from 2018 Battle Pack, because I just breaking them. Previously was the Patrol Army,
Yes.
which is from the Han Solo. I finished the 200 boxes of them, so I have 400 set up on my desk, and then I take them away and put the Clone Army. Before the Patrol, it was the Executioner Army, which I also got 200 boxes of them.
Yeah.
And up to 400 Executioner.
Yeah, right.
So,
okay, cool.
And then, like, it sort of like keep me motivated at work. It's like when I finish
that's
work,
what I was thinking.
I finish work really late, come back to home, and okay, I see 400 troopers. Okay, let's work again.
Yeah, let's get back into it.
Let's get back into it.
That's awesome.
I have to put something there to keep you motivated.
Yeah, cool, man.
And by looking at it, it's just so satisfying.
Yeah. And do they get dusty? Do you have to wash them or anything like that, or they don't really get too dusty sitting them out?
No, not really. I keep them in Ziploc.
Okay.
And then put them in the drawer.
Yeah.
So stay away from the sun, please.
Yeah. Otherwise, they'll go yellow. Yeah. And I mean, I'm not sure what the weather's like in Hong Kong, but do they cop much heat? Like, does it get hot there? Because I mean,
it gets really hot. But because my house is always on aircon.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Good stuff.
I lit it. Yeah. So that's why.
Don't want to see any of those troopers getting yellow or anything like that. No, thanks. Bruce, thanks for jumping on, man.